My name is Rich Kahn. I'm the CEO of eZanga. Pretty much responsible for product development and making sure everybody's got the tools they need to work.
Beth Kahn, CFO of eZanga. I'm responsible for all financing, HR, and everything else that goes on in the office that Rich doesn't do.
That's you.
High school sweethearts. Met in the lunchroom when we were 15 because I cut class to go check out this guy I had a crush on. Wasn't him. And he was sitting at his table. How about that one? The rest is history.
That'll work. Well, personally, it's always a struggle, running a company and 4 kids and household and trying to manage it all together. That's always a struggle. Today,
Right.
not so much, but
And
in
then
the beginning.
financially surviving with quitting jobs to build a business when there's 4 kids, a mortgage, car payments,
And you
etc.
have good months, and that's great, and then you have bad months, and it's not
Right.
so great. I've always enjoyed the industry. I started in the online industry, my first business in '93, before the internet went graphical. I've always enjoyed it. It's always been a challenge. Even to this day, I love what I do. So there's always challenges. We're always trying to fight off the new level of fraud. You're always trying to find the next client to work with. So there's always challenges, but I still love what I do.
No, you were going to ask what we don't like about the business. I think it's the fraud. Yeah. It's finding, who's fraudulent, who's legit, and then the people that are fraudulent. I guess that's in any industry. Well, my biggest concern was medical benefits because I was leaving a job where we were covered. And again, we have 4 children who, are children. So that was probably my biggest concern financially, was how we're going to be able to afford benefits and keep the kids covered. I think you worried more about how we were going to pay the bills financially.
I was always worrying about the bills. Like, you have certain expenses as a business to cover, and you still want to cover your own bills, and it's the constant struggle of, if you don't make enough, do you have enough in the bank to cover you? And that was always my struggle. It was always, what if? You don't want to lose anything. And
Right, and what we were willing to put the risk up.
yeah,
Were we willing to risk putting up our house or, kids' college funds? What were we willing to risk?
and we put a lot of it on the line many times in the business, just because we had to. Nah,
No.
not at all.
There is no separation.
It really isn't. We take our time, obviously, to take a lot of, take mini vacations, so we're not away from the business too long. Try to do more of those rather than big vacations. Usually do one big vacation with the kids and the family, but we try to do little mini vacations just to get that break, and try to separate business. But
We've never had a break.
you really don't. I always
There's
take my
no
laptop.
separation.
I'm always going on the internet. I'm always checking everything because it's our livelihood. It's our baby. So you want to make sure everything's running smooth and there's no issues, so that when you come back, the company's still there when you get back from vacation. I think we just wanted a fun place to work ourselves, and we wanted to make sure that everybody was having a good time. Work is obviously number one in priority, but there's no reason why you can't work and have fun at the same time. And that's what we try to foster here.
Right. My thing is you leave your family for the most part of your day. So you have to like where you work. And I'm known for telling people, if you don't like working here, then don't work here. Don't make it miserable for the rest of us, You have to come here. You have to have a sense of humor, and you have to enjoy. And that's what we try to do. Well,
See the door.
the door.
Yeah, we lowered the door frame on somebody's door, painted it, molded it, put the molding up and everything else, and when the door was open, you couldn't tell. And most people walk into a door, not paying attention because they're expecting the door to be a certain height, and then when you bang your head on it, we all laugh. So it's almost like it's not real. It's like, because it's like watching a child grow. You watch them every day, you see them grow a little bit, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh, what happened in the last 10
You
years?
wake up and you have 4 teenagers.
with very different personalities.
Yeah.
Same thing with the business. It's just you're there every day, so you see it every single day, and then every once in a while somebody will walk in and say, "Oh, this is my boss," and that just freaks me out because I don't like that word as a term. And it's like, when did that happen? And it's been over a period of time, but you don't realize it because you're just there every day. So it's like you don't see the changes. Would love to see it.
I'm not allowed to answer this. I was warned before we came in here. So you go ahead, Rich. You take this
I'll give the PC response.
I'll give this to Rich.
In the next 5 to 10 years, we'd like to see the company, obviously, a household name, people jumping online, and eventually one of those things that when you step back years from now that somebody's actually looking at and you're like, oh, I was part of that. I always say, how would it be if you were the guys who started Yahoo or Google, and you're telling stories like, oh yeah, I started that company, and it's a big successful company. That's what every entrepreneur hopes for. So
I have nothing to add to that.
No, the proper term is no comment.
Because I'm not allowed to.
All right, that's it.
All right, awesome.
Thank you guys.
Changed our answers a little bit.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Thank you so much.
Cool. All right, so get Turner.
Hold on.